You never want to fall for the okie doke in life. There's a lot of okie dokes. And some of us fall for it, and some of us can see past it. Emotional intelligence is very, 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 very important as a human if you want to reach new heights and you want to be on the winning team, is how we would call it in high school. You want to be on the winning team. You don't want to be straddling the fence or choosing the wrong side. You want to be on the winning team, right? You don't want to be on the wrong side of the fence. And the way that a lot of people end up on the wrong side of the fence is because they fall for the okie doke. They fall for, they can't put two and two together to realize when a human is recruiting you into some type of ego-driven carnival. Okay, this is why I always tell women all the time, I know how emotionally intelligent a woman is based on how easily she gets recruited to a hive. Some women are very impressionable, very easy to manipulate. You know, sometimes I look at women and I'm like, how are you going to survive the world if you're that easy to convince, if you're that easy to sway, if you don't ask the right questions? How are you going to be able to not fall into an okie doke if you're so easy to get in your mind and change it? I've always been it's very hard to get in my mind and change it because I'm going to ask the right questions before I decide my stance on something. I had a situation where I was working with a client and this client's wife, we were supposed to have some type of, the contractors were supposed to come over for something on a particular day. And we decided on a day, and she called me out of nowhere and she said, hey, can we use a different day because we're all going to Orlando that day? Okay. I call her husband, right? Because I'm in communication with both of them. Why did I not automatically take what she says for certain? Experience to realize that you always want to ask the right questions and you can't automatically take what someone is telling you for certain. So I reach out to her husband and I'm like, okay, well, I guess how's next Sunday? He's like, next Sunday for what? I'm like, how's next Sunday for the project manager since you guys are going to Orlando? He said, who's going to Orlando? I said, you guys are all going to Orlando. Your wife let me know that you guys are all leaving. He was in shock. She lied. You always have to put in your mind that people lie. You have to question what they're telling you. You have to verify it. And then you have to find out the intention behind it. So the minute I saw the weird behavior, I immediately had my business partner. I said, go ahead and take over. Anytime you're working with couples, women start to get really weird when a woman is around, especially if she's attractive. They start acting, I don't have the time. You can take over, and when the paperwork part comes, you bring it to me. I'll do the paperwork part. But now that I'm seeing how she's maneuvering here, I'm going to go ahead. You're a man. She's not going to feel threatened by you. I'm going to have you take over. And that's how you maneuver through life in a way where you realize what's going on. You put two and two together. You don't fall for the okie doke, and you do what you need to do so that you can get the best outcome. Because I'm not going to lose out on a deal because of some type of immature behavior. I'd rather just get it over to somebody else and they can do it, and then I'll do the paperwork, and then we'll finish it that way. And that is emotional intelligence. We'll talk about this in the masterclass September 21st on how to be emotionally intelligent and understand what is happening so you can make the best decisions. Emotional intelligence is important so you don't fall a victim to the okie doke. A lot of people who go on hate trains, a lot of people who are a part of smear campaigns, they think that because you didn't initiate the smear campaign, that when the tables turn, you're not going to get hit. That shows you how ignorant some people are, is they assume that although they were a bystander to the smear campaign, although they involved themselves, they think that because they didn't initiate it, that they're in the clear. Well, I got news for you. Karma doesn't miss anybody. And some people say, oh, I don't believe in karma. Oh, you don't? Why are you always cleansing after you send out negativity? Why are you always trying to do new methods for protection if you don't believe in karma? You do believe in karma. You're trying to protect yourself from it because you know what you do. It's called collateral damage. So, when it comes to smear campaigns and okie dokes, I'm always encouraging humans to use your mind. Don't be so quick to believe what you hear. Ask the right questions. I always talk about this in the community of women where I say, always pay attention. I was having this conversation with a mentee earlier. I was telling her, I said, always pay attention to what somebody is criticizing someone on. Because the critiques will tell you the angle that they're coming from. If a woman is criticizing a woman's looks, oh, she's jealous. If a man is criticizing a man's abilities, he's envious. Because there's no practicality in what you're criticizing. You're not giving me any proof of what this person did to you. You're only criticizing their lifestyle, their car, the way they look, who they're with. You're not giving me any where are the practicalities in what you're telling me? Because if I don't have practicalities, this is some type of ego episode. And I don't entertain people's egos. So if you can't give me a substantial reason as to why you're filing this complaint with HR and it's, oh, she doesn't talk to me, that's going to get trashed. I'm not going to escalate it because it's BS. I can't file that because it's not valid. It's not practical. It's personal. This is not, and again, if humans learn this method, you would not be a bystander or a participator in someone else's demise because you would be able to look past what's being presented to you. I tell women all the time, I'm the hardest person to recruit to your hive. I'm the most difficult person to recruit to a hate train because I know that most women are not going to think deeply. They are going to hate on another woman based on the most basic things, like, oh, she's pretty. She's talking about the pretty girl. I'm gonna join in on it. She's talking about the successful girl. I'm gonna join in on it. They're very whimsical minded, very loose brained, not able to look at things from a general perspective and say, wait a minute, what's your real issue here? And I hope it's something substantial. Like, this person stole money. This person slept with your boyfriend. This person is a con artist. I need some practical evidence of what your problem is, because if not, it's playground BS to me. I'm not going to even entertain it because it's not real. This is an ego episode. And when people are going, you want to be very, 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 very hard to recruit to negative trains. You know, you have to be able to think with integrity and precisely. A lot of times I always tell, especially women, you should not be easily recruited to a hive. When a woman is bringing a complaint to you, ask her for the practicalities. Are you socially awkward? If this is something that you are struggling with, the ability to have superb social skills, etiquette, the ability to understand social cues, the ability to go in a room, read the room, work the room, and put your best foot in. Are your emotions controlling you, or are you controlling your emotions? Emotional control is a big thing. In this class, we will talk about the skills, a little bit of the skill of thinking as well, and just how you can live your life in a way where your emotions are not your master.